Good morning, good afternoon, Facebook Success Group. It's great to see you guys. Happy Taco Tuesday. We have our Director of Sales, Ian Coggins, joining us this morning. Thank you for joining us, Ian.
Of course.
We have some fun news today. Normally, we have Ryan with us when we make announcements, but we have Ian with us today, and we want to talk about, yay! Days, we get to announce that we're kind of growing. We're hiring some more employees and we are building out our customer success and retention department. And so we've hired a new employee and he would like to help out with these webinars and kind of helping grow this community. So we want to know, what do you guys want to learn more about? What's going to help you guys use your Revaluate account more, and what will help you? So comment below, let us know what kinds of things you want to learn about. And he is so excited to join this community and help build up the content and resources available to you guys. But we're going to jump right into the topic of today. And what we want to talk about is smart segmentation and database segmentation. We hear this is a hot topic going on in a lot of the different communities right now. And this is kind of the bread and butter of what we do over here at Revaluate. So kind of we're excited to take our spin and talk about this topic. So as we talk about the spring market and moving away from the winter, spring is finally on the horizon. I don't know about you guys. I'm in the cold Northeast, but I see it. It's coming. It's coming. What should we be doing to prepare for the spring market in terms of database segmentation? Ian, what's your recommendation?
So I think I should preface any statements that are about to be made with, you should obviously make hay while the sun's shining. Like, we're not telling you to avoid that. We're not trying to catastrophize or say, it won't always be X or Y. It's nothing like that. You should always look for the low-hanging fruit, those fresh leads that come in, hit them early and often. You definitely want to keep doing that. But what we do want to say is that, while you're making hay while the sun shines, the sun won't always be shining. One of the most common things I hear from people is, I'm only interested in seller leads because everyone wants sellers right now. And I 100% get it. I mean, sellers are where it's at right now, and that's what people want. Anyone who's been in the industry a couple years will tell you it will not always be a seller's market, and we don't want to ignore the future to where, sellers won't be king, buyers may be king, and may be more even. So that's where Revaluate segmentation can come in, where, you're always going to be on top of your existing clients that are, fresh right now. You're talking to them actively. But what about the ones that don't close right away? What about the past clients who resurface after a major life event? What about that buyer who wasn't in a good spot, but the market shifted? Now they are in a good position. Revaluate can help there.
That long-term nurture top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly, what we've been talking about the last few weeks. And really a lot of the conversations we've been having the last few weeks, correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, I feel like they've been mostly based around smart farming, mostly around your farm, your geographic area that you're looking to target. But when we really get into that database segmentation, we really want to kind of bring the focus back to your sphere along with your growth, because I think that's where a lot of that long-term relationship building is going to come from. And that's kind of where we thrive with. You want to talk about that too, Ian?
Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything that makes an agent more mad, or the broker that employs them, is if they miss someone in their sphere with a close. I mean, that's frustrating, because you think, wow, I worked with them before, or they're a friend and they didn't work with me. It may not be as malicious as that. It may just be you didn't reach out at the right time. You weren't there when they needed to hear from you at that right time. And that's where Revaluate is key. As hard as we work to keep track of every single person, there's just not enough human bandwidth to know what every single person in your entire sphere is doing at any given time. It's just not, it's nothing personal. I can't do it. Katrina can't do it. Nobody. If anyone figured out how to do it as a solo person, it'd be amazing. But that's why we have tools like Revaluate, so you don't have to put yourself to an absolute limit of trying to focus on everybody and still not reach it. We can reach that. We can obtain that easily. We can monitor contacts instantaneously. We can let you know, okay, Bob that you sold to 4 years ago, he's not quite ready yet. He's in the middle. We're going to start paying more attention to him. You focus on your low-hanging fruit, the people who are hot right now, and as soon as he's ready, we're going to tell you. You're going to be ready. You're going to be right there. You're going to reach out right when he needs to hear your message. We're going to, like Ryan says, we're going to manufacture that aha moment, right? We're going to be right there when he says, wow, what a coincidence you called me. This is exactly who I needed to talk to right now. And like I said, it's not to beat someone up. It's not to say, you're not a good agent because you can't know what everyone in the world is doing at any given time. It's just a matter of fact. It's just who we are. There's a lot going on. So.
Yep. Well, and speaking of a lot going on and how big your sphere is, that kind of leads us into reminding everybody about that AMA we had last week with Osiris and Jeff Moore. And really the key to really staying top of mind is that automated follow-up so that you guys can be out selling houses and hopefully getting new leads and not just following up with your entire base every single day. So when we're done here, I'm going to pop in. Chris, our CEO, wrote us a really nice blog recap. And Mara, our marketing director, wrote up a really nice recap of the Osiris launch last week. And so instead of watching the video, you want to read about it, or you want the quick links, or you want quick information, it'll all be easily accessible for you right in there. And I also wanted to reshare with you guys the link to sign up with Osiris if you're interested and you want more information. And he does just free consults too. If you want to talk to him and find out if Revaluate and Osiris together are the right fit for you and are going to help you with any of those heavy lifts, that's probably the best next step you could take today is to go ahead and sign up for that and make time to make that conversation and decide what you want to do. And take some of those things off your plate, right? That's been the theme of the last few weeks too, is how to efficiently maximize your time and what is most efficient of your time and energy. And I'm really excited to talk about somebody that we have coming on that's going to join AMA later in the month. She's an agent that's been using our services for a little over a year now, and she's had a lot of great success using our services for her sphere. And we're actually not integrated into her CRM, but she's taken the time to export her lists, manually import them into the other tools she's using, and utilize Zapier to help with her scores. And she's going to come on and talk about some of the language that she's using when she's having those conversations. And she's starting to smart farm. So we're going to hopefully have some conversations with her about the tools that she's using and the scripting she's using to push those conversations from her sphere over to her smart farm. So we're hoping to kind of capture this all up into one, all these topics we've been talking about into one actionable AMA for you guys with one of our clients that's doing this out in the wild. So we're really excited to have that later in the month for you guys and maximize your return on your investment and your efficiency. Ian, I really appreciate you being here, and I know you have some more advice wrapped up in there.
Yeah. So I want to go back real quick to talking about the smart plans lists, and you touched on already, and we touch on it at like product pairing, etc. This is not every tool is going to work for every agent. That's why we don't say this is the CRM or here's the email or here's this, that, every tool is going to work a little bit differently with everyone. Definitely check the link, the revaluate.osiris.co link. See if it's a good fit for you. Talk with them. See if it's a good fit. If it's not, that's okay. Reach out to us and we'll give you another. We have plenty of suggestions. Trust me, we have a lot of different tools because everybody's different. Every market's different. Everyone's strategy is different. Don't be discouraged because hold on, a fire truck's going by my house.
Ooh, you have some commotion going on there.
We live next to the firehouse, and it's not bad most of the time, but today it's like, let's see, it is 65 degrees already. Is that right? Yeah, it is already 65 degrees, and there's snow on the ground for what it's worth. Good old Denver, but sun's out, which means the fire trucks are out. But
makes sense.
We're sick of being locked in. It's been so cold and been so miserable. But back to that, any type of help you need. If you're discouraged because that tool that everyone says is fantastic didn't work for you, it's probably not you. It's probably just not a good fit. So let's chat about it, especially with the bringing on of our newest employee. We're going to have even more bandwidth to have those conversations and more access. So make sure to reach out. Ian at Revaluate, Katrina at Revaluate. It's our first names at Revaluate. That's all you need to do.
Super easy. I feel like we're like Madonna or Prince when we get our emails, right? They're so easy.
What happens when we hire another Katrina or another Ian?
Nope. I don't think there's enough bandwidth for two Katrinas.
Yours will become Gladys at Revaluate.com.
But really, guys, and I have on my customer support Calendly, I have a strategy session right
Mhm.
on there. And I always pull in either Ryan or hopefully soon our new employee to really help you guys maximize your ROI. We want to help you guys be successful. And that plays into later on. It's not an April Fool's Day trick. On April 1st, hopefully Sierra's going to go live, and they're going to go live with action plans. We're bolstering up this Chime integration. They're going to have their button soon. They're going to have smart plans and smart lists set up right in your integration, right when you set it up, so that you know exactly who you should be focusing on.
Mm-hmm. If there are any closing words, since it's spring, we're talking about, preparing, we are big gardeners in my house finally for the past few years. All the work you put in this spring is going to dictate what kind of crop you get at the end of the year. Like there is a lot of work you have to do throughout. You got to keep them watered, keep them nurtured. But if you don't till the soil, if you don't put the original, if you don't cultivate that land early and get prepared, it's not going to matter how much you water it throughout the year. It's just not going to be as good as it could have been. So all the work you do today, segmenting, setting up these workflows, preparing for these future closes, is going to pay off in dividends come the harvest. And we will have a meeting with me in September called the harvest or something like that. And
I like it.
I'll be eating corn or something. I don't know.
I like it. I'm going to put that AMA on the books for the beginning of October. We're going to eat some corn with Ian, and you guys are going to have
corn with Ian
movers. Yes, I love it. That's the plan. Harvest with Ian this fall. Stay tuned, guys.
Awesome.
I love it. All right, well, guys, join us next week. Chris is going to be back with us for another tip with Chris. And again, I'll post that link for the blog recap about Osiris below if you guys want to check it out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will be here same time, same place as always, Tuesdays here in the Revaluate Success Group. Thank you, guys. Have an excellent week. Take care. Thanks, Ian.
See ya.